Good posture.
Yeah, right on. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the show. It's getting towards the end of the conference. I was just talking to Brian. Brian Carrier, by the way. Everybody, all right, Brian Carrier. Oh, hold on, I got a button for that. There we go. Yeah, look at that. All right. I forgot all about my button. You're the first person that's got to use the button.
Excellent.
Since we've been here.
Is there a boo button as well?
There's crickets, I think.
Okay.
Like if you do a horrible joke or something like that. I don't know what else is in here, honestly. Oh, I don't know what that one would be used for, really. All right, that's good. And then, that's mine right there.
Yeah. We're gonna have joke time here. We're gonna start playing a stupid jokes.
I need the gong from the old Gong Show, right? We're old enough we know that. Boom, right on. Anyway, we're at Techno Security.
Everyone's checked out by now.
Yeah, like,
everyone's like, it's done.
Did I get the wrong show? What is this supposed to be about? Is this a show? No, it's not. You guys should know that already. We're in Wilmington, North Carolina, and we're at a digital forensics and security conference. There. That's out of the way now. And if you don't know who Brian Carrier is...
Sorry, I look at the wrong places. I'm like, screen mute. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you gotta look at them and intense, connect with your audience. Okay. You guys can tell it's the last day of the show. Everybody's really kind of tired here because we're on the showroom floor quite a bit. Yeah. But you had, so you actually have a booth this year.
We do.
I'm not going to make fun of you.
Yeah.
So there's some inside jokes that nobody else would get. So if you want to know, message me and I'll tell you all about it from that. And so in your booth is what? Are you right?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Oh, I could have thrown stuff for 3 days.
We could have. Yeah.
And I didn't even, I didn't realize you were right there.
We actually accidentally tossed a ball over one of these.
Oh, did you?
It went over and we're not sure where it was. Otherwise.
That's pretty awesome. That's actually really awesome.
It's like, wah, wah.
Did you talk while you were here too?
We did. We did a talk yesterday. Yesterday on remote access of we focus on a lot on kind of intrusions, right? Hacking and attacking, and kind of trying to tie that into kind of more this conference, which is more kind of corporate law enforcement investigations on helping people to look at remote access on their computers, mainly like around if you have a suspect's computer. There's the usual, it's not I didn't put that there. Some other dude put that evidence there. Right. The whole Trojan defense thing.
To limit the some other dude did it defense.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So we have some users who use our software for that.
Yeah.
Which we didn't intend to. But I was like, that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
And so
did you thank them for the marketing tips?
And so someone's like, that's a good idea. We should actually talk more about that because it's been. I think if you look up Trojan defense in 2005, I think I co-authored a paper.
Really?
I then have not thought much about it since, honestly. Right? And then it was like, oh yeah, we can do that stuff. Yeah. It's all good. So,
right on, we got you. Now you're here you're under the what label are you under now? You're in the SleuthKit Labs.
My cover name.
I'm looking at it because you have Cyber Triage shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And then SleuthKit Labs because multiple things. I'm like, okay, which one are we promoting?
Yeah.
I don't know which one we're going to talk about.
Exactly. So we rebranded-ish kind of stuff the past year. So we were always based technology. Yeah. There was some acquisitions and merging around and all those kinds of things. And so SleuthKit Labs spun out of that. And so we are now kind of our own standalone forensics only. So that's SleuthKit Labs. Yeah. And then Cyber Triage and Autopsy are our products. Underneath that. So. And
you guys have all heard of that, at least I hope you have in the industry. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your talk. What kind of things can the folks do to kind of help eliminate those and things that maybe they can look out for to eliminate the other dude did it type stuff?
Yeah. To me, there's three things. There's being able to look on a device for malicious remote access tools. Yeah. Right. So kind of things that were more created by attackers, and they're kind of stealthy to kind of like, you put them in there, right? Mm-hmm. It's an email phishing attack or whatever, and they run in the background. They're rats is the kind of the name for that. So there's looking for that, right? And a lot of malware scanning engines and things will flag that, right? So if you can have your device and scan for malware, those will hopefully light up. Right. With you at least have one engine, you're better if you can do multiple engines. So that's one, right? Second is looking for the commercial tools, right? There's a whole bunch of commercial tools like AnyDesk or TeamViewer, right? That are like these just legit IT, remote access things. But even in like cyber attacks, like those are much more common now, right? That actually the criminals are realizing that like, oh, they're pretty good, and they're not going to get flagged as malware,
right?
On there,
they're legit things, right?
And so that's actually pretty common in these things, right? So that's kind of category 2 to look for,
okay?
Right? But they don't get flagged as malware because they're like legit applications,
right?
For that. So you need to kind of have infrastructure to know to look for like TeamViewer, AnyDesk. There's a bunch of others. Remote desktop.
Right.
As well,
Tons.
which comes with Windows, for that.
Oh, that's right. Right in there.
And then, category 3 you have is like, this is what the bulk of the talk was, because it's honestly a pretty complicated, well, it's not rocket science, but it's tedious, right? Which is kind of the security log, and has a bunch of authentication information in there. And so when you like interact with computers and you plug in a password, it puts an authentication log in the security log saying, hey, Brian or Kevin authenticated here,
right,
from this address, right? And so it's easy to tell the local ones then versus the ones that are from some other remote system. The complexity, the tediousness is that it's noisy, right? There's like thousands of entries in there just for like, one like local interactive log on will make it like 19 entries in there. So
really?
Over time it gets noisy and busy, and all you really wanted to figure out is like, are they all local logins? Like there's a guy always in the keyboard, right? Or are there ones coming in from different IP addresses? And then you get to figure out like, all right, he said he's cool, he's legit, are they suspicious or not? So there's kind of 3 categories, right? Looking for the malware, looking for the commercial tools, and then going through the security log, looking for external IP addresses and things coming in.
Sure. And there's a way to make this easier, right? So you're not tediously reading all of these manual logs?
Yeah.
That makes life easier, because I'm not going to read all those logs. I'm just not going to do it. You said 19. You lost me at maybe 1 or 2. I wouldn't have gone past that anymore.
Yeah. This is actually where it's funny, because again, it's not like the intended use case for our stuff. But like cyber triage, comes with 40 plus malware scanning engines. So you get the kind of the broad coverage of like, there's malware or not. We flag the commercial tools. It becomes suspicious, right? Because it's like, hey, they could be legit. Right. But we just kind of make sure that this application is there, and you can figure out like, it's cool, it's not cool.
Just because team viewers, you may not even think to look for it, and suddenly it's there, and you're like, oh wait, maybe I need to look a little closer at this. Yeah.
And then on the authentication stuff, we've got like a histogram view that we basically go through all these things and kind of group together on like, Brian came in locally, Brian came in from this address, Kevin came in from this address. We created it more on the idea of, in corporate environments with lateral movement, it's called, like the attacker comes in and they start hopping around. And then it's like, Brian was never on that computer, but now Brian's account's been taken over and now he's popping in, it's suspicious. And then we realized like, for this whole like Trojan, some of the dude did it. Like you can honestly see here, it's like, Brian was always locally, and then all of a sudden the Brian account started, coming in, remotely. Or something for like 3 months ago, right? Again, honestly, most of these Trojan defense, some dude did it, right? It's all just the easy, like, of course I didn't do that.
But if you don't check for that,
exactly.
Then how do you prove that their theory is not accurate? Do you find now that a lot of exams or investigations are where it's not being done?
Yes, some do, some don't. Like I know we've come across people who don't do as much of it until like the defense brings it up. And then, then they go back and like, did we look for this? And like, no, we didn't actually. So we should, we should make sure it's like a scramble.
So basically, it takes getting burnt once on the stand, and then you're going to do it each time, as you should be doing it. And your tool makes it like super easy to do these.
Especially if you're just looking for kind of the alerts. Like you can just kind of plug in the disk image, hit go, walk away, and then like an hour later, you can look at the alerts. And it's like, if there's malware, that's like, you should look into that, right? If there's, a remote access thing suspicious on there, like look into it. Look into the local versus remote, and if it's all good, like, you're good, right? You're probably good, right?
For sure.
I mean, there certainly could be evidence that's been wiped over or gone, or whatever, but for the first cursory, kind of pass that, you can do that. And to be honest as well, it's like, it's also good to actually know, right? Because there's legit, it's possible, right?
Right.
Because remote stuff, so it's always good to actually know that's like your own confidence of drawing conclusions that it's this person, right? That's like, no, it really is this person.
Yeah.
That's kind of good doing stuff. So,
right on.
Yeah.
So if you guys, I'd be curious to see what percentage of you are actually conducting these types of scans and analysis on your examinations, because you really should be. And if you need some more information over it, what's the website they can cruise over to?
Cybertriage.com.
Hey, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
It's available when you switch brands.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always the most important thing is to make sure the domain's there for you.
Yeah.
So
Dutch.
Yeah.
We need to be some sound effects.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't remember which button it is now. Hang on, let's guess. No, that wasn't it.
Bass drum.
Nope. There it is. That one. I got it. Third one. I need to move this over to you closer. Here's your button, Brian. Just change this into the button. And make it right there. Well, man, thank you so much for hanging out on the show.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Hey, I got an invitation for you. Can I get you on a longer one?
Sure.
Like we do a Friday show.
Yeah.
And it's like a full hour.
Yeah.
And the jokes will be better. I promise. I'll practice a little bit. And that way we can talk about this a little bit more in depth.
Yeah.
And get you on a Friday show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I bring my own sound effect machine?
Yes,
well?
you can.
Okay.
Absolutely can.
Okay.
On your side. Yeah. I can put some different ones on here. Hold on. There's a fun one. You may not like this one.
Too much, but we can all talk like this.
Oh, wow.
How come it's not doing yours?
Oh. Is it like helium? Is this the helium mode?
That's bummer.
Oh.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
Stop. That's annoying. Anyway, it gives us something to talk about. Yes, it's the end of the day here at Techno Security. Actually, we only have an hour left.
Yeah.
And then it's amazing to see how fast these things come down.
Yeah.
Like, if I could, I'm not allowed to show the showroom floor per the rules of the conference. But if I could spin the camera, you guys would see just like rows of booths. And there's actually a 2-story booth over there that, anyway, that there's booths that are 2 stories, and it's as soon as 3 o'clock hits, when the show is, it just boom, it's like it collapses.
Yeah.
Everything goes so fast. It's just amazing. Yeah. So, Brian, thanks for hanging out
Thank
with
you.
us, man.
Thank you so much.
And we'll get you on a longer show. That way we can talk a little bit more in depth about
Awesome.
it. And we're both a little bit more awake.
Sounds good.
Because there may be some late nights last night at WTF.
There could have been.
Or not.
That's all right.
You can't prove anything. You weren't here. Brian, thanks so
All right,
much.
good to
Man.
see you.
We'll see you at the next one, man.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we're not going to go live probably anymore. This is probably going to be the last one because everyone's going to start tearing down soon. But if we do go live, hey, bonus to you. If not, make sure you check out all the Techno Securities. This was the Wilmington. Obviously, Pasadena's coming up in the fall. You can still make that one. But this is one of my favorite ones. I really do.
Yep.
I really do love it. So until then, guys, we'll check you out later. Thanks again, Brian.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Yep, thanks.